Next up, there's a lot going on in the world right now to keep our collective stress level at a record high. Chief among them, the 2016 presidential election. That is exactly why I'm declaring this next panel a politics-free zone. I admit it, there's been a lot of Trump in the past several weeks, so there's literally one rule here: no politics. If the name Trump or Clinton is even whispered, exactly. Thank you. Joining me to take on this challenge is Larry Watson. Larry's from Berklee College of Music, a professor there. Nice to see you, Larry. And a judge on WGBH's Great Sing That Thing, which I love. Lauren Beckham Falcone, former colleague of mine, who refers to herself as the other woman on WROR's Great Lauren Wally Show. Nice to see you, Lauren.
Nice to see you.
And Christopher Myers, co-owner, along with his wife, Joanne Chang, of Myers & Chang and the soon-to-be expanding flour bakery empire.
Yes.
Congratulations to both of you.
Thanks very much.
Okay, let's deal with my guilt. I want you to assuage it. I've been watching the Olympics nonstop.
Yes.
Out of one side of my mouth, I talk about how corrupt the IOC is,
Yep.
how they turn a blind eye to human rights violations to the extreme. Should I feel guilty, or can I say, well, it's because I love the athletes and it's okay?
Well, yeah, you should feel a little guilty. You can do both. That's the best part
I am
of it.
doing both.
Okay, so feel a little guilty, but then realize how important the Olympics are for countries and for us and how awesome we're doing, and just revel in the fact that they are using their bodies the way that God meant them to.
Oh, that's
and
beautiful.
Not the way that I do.
Which is?
Which is eating meatball subs and drinking wine.
Thank you very much. I don't think she believes most of that. You're like shaking your head, shouldn't be watching, right?
I didn't watch it, but the one time I did.
You know it's on, right? The Olympics.
Phelps.
Yeah.
He had all those dark marks in his
We're
back, like a
talking
love
about
bite.
that. It's called cupping, we call it. We're going to talk about that in a
But
minute.
the black girls I ran, they didn't have that on their body.
Well, you wouldn't know. I mean, you know what I'm saying? So you're really not watching this thing?
I'm really not.
For
I went to
political reasons, or you're busy?
both, but I went to a game, a baseball game, my second or third in my life.
You did?
I went to see the Boston
They're
Red
called the
Sox.
Reds. That's not really my question,
And
but thank you,
they-
Larry, for participating. Now, Christopher, are you watching this thing?
These two, I don't know why.
Are you watching this?
I'm watching it. Yes,
Do you
I'm
feel
watching
you're
all.
a fairly political character?
I can be.
Do you feel a little guilt that you're pumping the ratings for an organization that's going to take home billions of dollars while
ratings
people
are
are being
terrible.
evicted from their homes?
The ratings are terrible.
Nobody's watching.
I don't think it's that nobody's watching. I think if you have to mention, I'm sure you have 10 times this week, Brian Gumbel's documentary.
Yeah,
on-
Real Sports. That's where I learned all this stuff. It was
Incredible.
brilliant.
I mean,
Even
everybody.
though he's a little full of himself.
No, I
Can we
know.
agree on that? Okay, fine. Go
Very
ahead.
much so.
Okay.
But it has to be watched. At the same time, even though I didn't want the Olympics to come here, if they came here, I was going to celebrate them. And there's just so much to watch. It is truly a spectacle. It's just a TV show. It really is just
You're
a really
more
great TV show.
hypocritical than I am. Fine. Now can we move to what
Thank you.
you have something in common
But
with Mike.
NBC took the gift away, so who wants to watch it if you can't see the gift? of
Exactly.
the-
Now, okay, now Boston, whatever the name of the baseball team is. Now, you have something in common with Michael Phelps. Speaking of that weird thing,
Yes.
those weird things on the
Cupping.
body,
Yep.
cupping,
Did
you
it.
have done. I think we have a photo of you, not
Yes.
just Michael Phelps. Is that you?
That's my back.
That's what. It's your back. Now,
Yeah.
could you explain what it is and explain it to Larry? If
She
you
also
would.
has web feet.
I feel now that I can do the 100-meter swim. It's going to be great. Basically, what it is in order to be a better athlete or to kind of heal maybe some strained muscles, you take this cup and you suck the air out of it, it's like a giant hickey by somebody with a round mouth.
And what's it supposed to do?
And it
Relax
just-
your muscles.
No, it
and
kind of
things.
promotes circulation, takes the toxins out, and it's just kind
Medical
of.
ethicist on our radio show says complete fraud. There's no benefit proven at all.
Well, it's
Placebo.
no. I think. Listen, yesterday I had a wicked thing in my back, and today with a little bit of massage and some cupping.
Feeling great?
Great.
You persuaded?
No, it looked to me like somebody with small hands had been sucking his back.
Okay, fine. Let's leave that. You know, I want to talk to you about a New York Times story, speaking of Olympics. The title of the story was, at the Olympics, everyone's looking, especially at the men, call them the Magic Mike Olympics. People can figure out for themselves what Magic Mike is. On the Today Show, the guy from Tonga walks in. He's carrying the flag, bare-chested. The next day on the Today Show,
not gonna talk about
they're
that, right?
literally, look at this. They are oiling his body.
I know.
Essentially, there is objectification of men to the extreme. Everybody
Finally.
is talking about the bodies
Yeah.
of the male swimmers.
Sure.
Is that double standard okay? Because let me tell you something. If I said that about
I
some of
live
the
with it
women
every day.
volleyball players, I'd be suspended from my job. I'm serious. Is that fair?
Is it fair? I don't know. Yoda, is that her name?
Hoda.
It was.
Hoda, not Yoda.
It was. I thought it was hard to watch.
Ooh.
I think we can be lighthearted about it in that situation. Do I think there's objectification? Of course, these are the most spectacular athletes to look at, and there's going to be some sexualizing of it. It's inevitable.
So if I had said about, the women's volleyball team is the one people most talk
Right,
about because they're in little
exactly.
bikinis, which
Yes.
I think is ridiculous, by the way. Having said that, if I had said yesterday exactly what's being said about Michael Phelps and a lot of these men, if I had said, God, what an incredible body on that woman who's won like 3 gold medals in a row, I'd be in trouble, wouldn't I?
Well, you might be, but the thing is, a part of the Olympics is that it is about the body, so you could get away with it. In fact, this is the time to say this sort of stuff.
women.
About women and men. Did you hear that the gymnastics team, the men, want to do their performance shirtless because eventually it will lead to more endorsements down the line because they're so ripped? That's legit, I guess.
The guy that said that used the word, I never ever heard of the word yoked before, any of the
No,
three of you?
I haven't, but-
Heavily, you know what it means?
Yoked is, I know from a religious
does it mean?
perspective, it means you're into the Holy Ghost. You're yoked in the Spirit, yoked in the Scriptures.
Different yoke. This
Yes.
one means well-muscled, powerfully built. So it seems that both of them think it's okay. I don't think I could get away with saying about women athletes
You absolutely
what are
could
being
not.
said
Yes,
about
sir.
the
Of
male
course you
athletes.
could.
I want you
Of
to
course you
try.
could.
No, no, you could not.
But after the person that we're not going to mention gets elected, then sexism's over. and then we can say what it's
God,
I
thank
mention
you.
her
No,
name.
as an educator,
You are.
and being in an environment where we really have to watch our nomenclature, our terms, I don't think you talk about men's bodies or women's bodies in that objectified way. I think there's no humor
I said
about
on the
that.
radio yesterday, I thought the men's body, the swimmers, other than Muhammad Ali, the best male bodies I've ever seen. I shouldn't have said that either?
But it's about
Wait,
bodies.
I shouldn't have said
It's
that
not
either?
about bodies, it's about your athletic prowess. It's not about
That's
your body.
about their body.
No, then talk about all parts of their bodies.
Okay.
Because see, they only talk about certain parts
I
of
think
women's
it's
bodies that are
ridiculous
acceptable.
to not mention their bodies.
Yes.
It's comical not to.
Yeah.
You're ignoring something because
What did you think of the bodies of the women playing beach volleyball?
Yeah,
Go ahead,
right.
say
They're
it.
amazing.
it's
yeah,
my
yeah,
favorite
yeah.
event. It's my favorite event.
Okay,
I
fine.
Can I say it? They're amazing. They're amazing.
You can say it. That's not the point. He can't say it. He can't
You
say
can
it,
say
and I
it.
can't
Say
say
it.
Before you said
Just
no.
say
Okay,
it.
fine. Can we move to something else?
Yeah, because they weren't talking about their knees and the other things they're doing. They're using their knees. What were you talking about?
Okay, enough
You
of
talked
this.
about their bodies. Okay.
Senator Ed Markey. You know what he's most famous for, any of the three of you? You probably don't.
The hockey field out in Dorchester.
No, beyond that. Is that really true?
Yes.
He moved up daylight savings time by about 3 or 4 weeks, which I thought was fabulous. Well, there's a proposal in an economic development bill in the State House to set up this commission to study whether we should move to Atlantic Standard Time or something. Essentially what it means is daylight saving time 12 months a year. I'm a huge advocate. Is that a good idea?
This is privileged people's problem. If it's day
You don't
or
want
night,
light at the end of the day?
It's always dark or light at the end of the tunnel. You just deal with it. You
That's
just
so-
get your
that's
butt up, you go to
beautiful.
work. If you do what you have to do.
Can I tell you why it matters to people who are not privileged? You know
Why?
what happens when the sun is out longer? There is less crime in our cities. Isn't
Well,
that
it
a big
depends on
deal?
what neighborhood you live in.
Maybe it does. Thank you.
It does.
Do you support this? He's the
So what you're saying is that it would be lighter in the afternoons.
Yeah.
But it would be darker in the morning.
It would be. So for people with kids, it's an issue.
Well, I wake up in the middle of the night anyway, so
We'll call you a radio
so
show,
I
yeah.
so I get it. But I think the one thing that's going to hold it back is that the kids have to go to school in the dark. But I would love to have people get out of work and have it be
Kids
beautiful.
shouldn't be going to school that early anyway.
Well,
You're
that's a
not
whole-
getting enough
yeah.
sleep. They
Yeah,
should-
that's
So
true.
what's your position on this?
I have two positions on it. One, I don't know what time it is now. Ask anybody. I'm lost most of the time.
Fine, that's great.
Directionally challenged, all that, so I don't know what you're talking about. Two, my wife's a big fan of yours. Her favorite day of the year is daylight savings.
Is that really true?
She gets an extra hour of
Because
sleep.
she's a
She
big
gets-
fan, or?
Because she gets an extra hour of sleep if you were to
Exactly.
boycott that. in
Best
some
baker
way.
in
Wow,
America.
that's
Yeah.
heavy.
Okay, I'm going to violate my own rule. I want to
Oh, God.
I'm going to put up a
gosh.
picture. Something is really, really wrong with this picture. I want to know if any of you agree with me. What's wrong with that picture, Larry? Is anything wrong?
What's wrong? I'm not going to talk about chicken as the only member of this panel that is a person
Yeah.
of color.
Well,
Yeah.
so is that something wrong with
Wendy
this?
Williams said
Yeah.
What do you-
one thing on her show she would not talk about is chicken. So I'm not going to even comment on chicken.
You're the most disciplined person I've ever
that's
met.
pretty good.
What's
So
your
much.
reaction? What's wrong with that picture?
Well, people made fun of the New York mayor for eating pizza with a knife and a fork, and I'm down with that. As long as he's eating it.
KFC with a knife and a fork? I don't think so.
I mean,
I'm surprised.
How about you,
I'm
food guy?
surprised he knows how to use a knife and a fork.
Oh,
I really am.
good one.
Larry, you've shown great restraint tonight. It's a
you.
pleasure
I really
to see
have,
you.
and it's good to see you.
Love you. Great.
Great to
Lauren,
see
I haven't seen
you.
you in ages. Christopher Mize, congratulations to you and Joanne Chang.
Thanks very
It's
much.
great, by the way.